Today we finally get to tackle the ever-popular Overlord wrap. This is exciting because it is one of the first moves that requires knowledge of a move that we have already gone over. In other words, this tutorial series is going to graduate to a more intermediate level. We will definitely continue to explore basic moves, and it is very important to continue drilling the fundamentals while we begin to learn these harder concepts. As usual, I have added links to other tutorials in the description in case you are confused with mine. Please also bear in mind that there are multiple ways to execute the Overlord wrap. I will start by showing you one version that works for me, and then finish by covering a different version. Also make sure that you have mastered all the prerequisites, especially the elbow shot and the pendulum shot. I will first break this move down into steps, and then explain how to tie each step together. Make sure that your rope is at least this length. It is time to begin. Let us step into wall plane. As this move is easiest to see from behind, I will demonstrate it with my back turned. To break down the first step, we are going to cast all of our rope to our lead side and let the dart drop to the floor. Since I am right-handed, all of my rope will be on my right side. If you are left-handed, cast your rope onto your left side. Okay, now our anchor hand is no longer holding any slack, and our lead hand is open while the rope rests on top of it. We are going to then take our anchor hand and extend it away from our body so that the dart is pulled behind us. As we do this, the rope slides between our thumb and our finger on our lead hand. We should end up in this position. During the next step, we are going to bend our anchor shoulder down and hook the rope so that it is resting on the top of our anchor elbow. Lastly, we direct the dart behind us again by bending our lead shoulder down. Once the dart has traveled behind us and towards our anchor side, we bend and hook the last of the rope on the top of our lead elbow. Technically, we have now completed the trajectory of an Overlord wrap. Of course, now we need to learn how to exit out of it. There are multiple ways to do this, but for now we are going to use our rear lead elbow shot that we learned in one of our previous tutorials. To get in the right position for the elbow shot, we pivot our body from wall plane into wheel plane by taking our lead foot and stepping behind us. Now that we are in wheel plane, we can apply the knowledge that we learned in the elbow shot tutorial. We swing the dart so that it loops around our elbow. Then after we see the rope land on our forearm, we extend our arm and pivot into wall plane. Simultaneously, we allow the rope to unhook from our anchor elbow so that the rope is free to travel. Those were quite a few steps. Let's go over them again. First, we cast the rope onto our lead side. Then we pull the dart back towards our body and then behind us. After this, we hook the rope so that it is resting on the top of our anchor elbow, and we finish the wrap by bending so that it travels behind again, and hook it so that it also rests on our lead elbow. To exit, we pivot into wheel plane and execute an elbow shot. Does this make sense? If so, let us learn the full move without dragging it on the ground. We are back in wall plane. Instead of casting our rope to the ground, we are going to stall it to the right, much the way we did when first learning the pendulum shot. When it reaches the farthest point away from us, we yank the rope with our anchor hand so that the dart travels behind us and towards our anchor side. Once the rope travels as far as it can in this direction, we stick our anchor elbow out so that the rope lands on it. This will create a direction change, and the dart will be traveling towards our lead side. Finally, when we feel the rope land on our lead elbow, we pivot into wheel plane and perform our elbow shot, ending back in wall plane, but facing the other direction. Okay, that is the Overlord wrap ending with an elbow shot. Now that we have covered this version, I want to quickly mention that some people prefer a different entrance to this move because they have much broader shoulders and need more slack to execute it. The only difference in this Overlord is that we enter the move directing the dart under our armpit and letting go of the slack with our lead hand. See the difference? One version enters over the arm, the other version enters under. If you have broad shoulders, it will probably be essential to learn this version. As this is a complicated move, I'm sure there are quite a few issues that could arise while learning it from an online tutorial. This is why I've built a Patreon so that rope dart students can send me videos of their progress, and I can help troubleshoot any mistakes. I have included a link to my Patreon in the description, and would be super grateful for any support that you feel like giving me if you like these videos. Either way, thanks so much for watching the videos that I've made so far. It's been super fun making them. Good luck with the Overlord. Love you guys!